It's 2025, and for me, New Year's resolutions can be overwhelming, especially when your life is split between two completely different worlds. Winteriio, in this world, I'm a broadcaster navigating an environment full of casting, content creation, in-person events, and everything in between. Then this summer, the May version, building a career in finance and taxation, studying for exams, and balancing everything that comes up with being a human, really. And here's my dilemma. I'm trying to excel in both, and it can and has felt overwhelming. But this year, I'm tackling it differently, with a plan. Instead of lumping all my goals in one list, forgetting or overlooking certain aspects or aspirations in my life, I split my resolutions in two sections. Winteriio, anything and everything esports and gaming, where I'll focus on my esports specific ambitions, and then summer, all about personal growth, health, and balancing priorities. Because having distinct focuses for different parts of my life helps me feel and stay organized and reduces the stress of trying to do it all at once. This also will stop me from neglecting a certain area, give attention to what matters, all without burning out, hopefully. If you've ever felt spread too thin or overwhelmed by multiple goals, this approach could work for you too. Breaking things into smaller themes or even into seasons can help you focus energy on the right things at the right time. So, let's dive into list 1, the world of Winteriio, where I'll share my esports and broadcasting goals and how I plan to utilize my passion and reclaim my identity going into 2025. Let's start off with something that drives my everyday, broadcast work. Casting, being on an analyst desk, or even doing interviews on the sideline is all a huge passion of mine. This year, I've set some pretty ambitious goals. Land my first official Riot Game Changers event, find a permanent casting duo who complements my style, and cast at least one studio or LAN event. And while those goals might seem big and rely on, well, others actually hiring me, it's all about breaking them into smaller, more actionable steps and things that I can actually control. In my context, that means improving my vocabulary and quick points for casting, collaborating with people I can grow alongside, VOD reviewing casts, finding weak points to improve, and attending key events, whether I'm working or just there to learn from others who've already paved the way. And really just embracing the grinds out of it. Something that I've learned, personally, I think it's all about consistency and celebrating these small wins. For me, continuing to work with Dive and taking pride in embracing every opportunity I get to hone my skills and improve. So if you're chasing big goals this year, try to break them into smaller, achievable steps. And most importantly, celebrate the milestones, big or small. Those little wins can build your momentum and keep you moving and driving forward. Another aspiration for this year is to reconnect with my roots, starting with the Welsh esports scene. For context, I'm Welsh. English is actually my second language, but I don't think many people in the esports world even know that about me. And I've worked with incredible people across the industry from many different countries, but I've never really made a conscious effort to participate in my scene back home. And that's something that I want to change. This year, I plan to reach out to the people I already know at Esports Wales and find out ways that I can get involved. And it's such a simple step, but it's one I've been putting off for a while. And reconnecting with your roots can really ground you and remind you of the strengths that you can bring to the table. So here's my advice. Take some time to reconnect with your roots, find inspiration in your cultural or personal background, and use it as a foundation for growth. This year, I'm also diving deeper into content creation. Specifically, I want to focus on YouTube with some clear goals in mind. Post at least 12 videos, reach 10,000 views on one video, expand my content to include player interviews and exposés, specifically within the GC scene. But here's the thing. Especially since this whole YouTube journey is new to me, setting quantifiable goals like hitting 10k views is exciting, but it can also be so demotivating if things don't go as planned. That's why I'm also setting qualitative goals, like staying passionate about the process and creating content I genuinely enjoy and want others to pay attention to. I'll mostly be focusing on Valorant and the Game Changers circuit in particular, so if there are any topics or players you'd love to see covered, please let me know down in the comments or in my Discord server as well. I honestly am so excited to experiment with player interviews, to be able to bring a fresh perspective to GC content, and it's something that I feel like we're lacking at the moment. So here's an important one: mental health. It truly is the foundation for everything else. And this year, I'm putting it front and center. I'll admit, I've struggled with comparison and self-doubt, especially in a competitive space, both in my experience in esports as a player and also as a caster, but also in my finance role. But 2025 is about loving where I am and being proud of how far I've come. My mental health goals this year are simple. Grow my confidence by focusing on what I can control, letting go of comparison. It really is the thief of joy. Finding balance in all areas of my life with work, gym, casting, content, and simply being present in the moment. Here's my advice. Mental health is so personal. So find out what balance looks like for you. And remember, your version of success does not have to look like anyone else's. And be open to plans adapting as your year goes on. Now, crossing more into the summer specific part of my goals, 2025, I want to feel stronger in the gym and other aspects of my life. I'm focusing on rebuilding my foundation and creating habits that will actually last. My goals are simple but very intentional. Hitting a weight goal, fitting into older clothes, and making deliberate, healthier lifestyle choices. But here's the thing, it's not about quick fixes or crash diets, it's about the sustainability of it. For me, that looks like trying new classes like Pilates, which I've been curious about for so long with all the Instagram reels that I've seen. Meal prepping to make healthier choices easier, or at least meal planning. And let's be real, just the basic one, just drinking more water. The thing I've learned, small but consistent changes lead to lasting results. And instead of chasing perfection, I'm focusing on progress. So, if health is on your radar this year, here's my advice. Start small, choose maybe one thing, maybe it's walking more, trying a new workout, whatever it is, make sure it's something that you can stick to and you'll also enjoy. Now, let's talk about the fun stuff. My side quests. Those aren't the big career-defining goals, but they're just as important because they make life richer and more enjoyable, hence calling them side quests. Purely for the vibes and to have fun. Taking every opportunity to travel, decorate a home, read more books, Pilates, and another side quest that I'm playing with is potentially getting a PT qualification if the timing feels right. And yeah, they're random, but that is the takeaway. Side quests are about joy, not pressure. Do things that excite you or that you're curious about just because. No expectations, just pure vibes. So that's my roadmap for 2025. And you can apply this framework to your life too. It's pretty simple. Take pride in where you are, focus on where you want to be, and don't forget to enjoy the journey along the way. If this video has inspired you to set your own goals or resolutions, let me know in the comments. I would love to hear. And of course, don't forget to like, subscribe for my upcoming Valorant content, and join me in making this a year of growth. Did I?
Yeah.
Okay.